Hi everyone, welcome and thank you so much for joining today from wherever you are in the world. I hope you will have a great time today as you and I learn how to build your brand and sell online. Now, before we kick off the session, I'd like to take the time to introduce myself. My name is Nicole and I am a digital skills trainer with Extend based in Cape Town, South Africa. And I'm really excited to be on this journey with you guys as we learn and grow our digital skills. So please do introduce yourself in the chat or in the comment section and let me know where you're from and what you look most forward to learning today. So on our agenda today, we'll discuss the importance of having an online presence as well as the steps you can take to develop and establish your brand online. We'll also look at what you can do to develop your e-commerce offering. And finally, we'll discuss top tips for utilizing social media to drive sales. Now, I've got a question for you guys. I'd like to know, how do you currently market your business? And especially now during this COVID period, how have you been doing that? Are you using Google My Business? Are you using social media, LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram perhaps? Or are you still using word of mouth? Let me know in the chat or in the comment section. Well, let's kick off our first section, and that is to establish your brand online. Yeah, I've got another question for you guys. I'd like to know, what are the benefits brought to businesses by going online? If you are a business owner or entrepreneur or freelancer and you are online, let us know in the comments or in the chat what are the benefits that you've gained so far. So let's take a look at why businesses are going online. So the Internet Business Statistics from Statista has revealed that 1.79 billion people bought goods and services online last year, and that is up to 1.66 the previous year. 97% of people learn more about a business online than anywhere else. And finally, it's estimated that by the year of 2040, 95% of purchases will be through e-commerce. And that is according to NASDAQ. So let's take a look at how businesses are currently using the internet and why they're using the internet. So first and foremost, they're using the internet to buy products and to sell their products. And that is one of the basic uses of the internet for businesses, is to sell products and services. Businesses create e-commerce websites to sell anything from cell phone contracts to books and CDs. Online selling basically eliminates the need for a business to maintain a brick and mortar store, and in some cases, they don't have to hold an inventory. A business can also use the internet to buy items and services online, such as bulk buying office supplies or printed materials. Businesses are also using the internet to advertise. They use the internet to find new customers through online advertising, offering text and banner ads on websites, as well as informational pieces. The internet allows advertisers to reach potential customers quickly and efficiently. Pay-per-click advertisements are distributed on the internet search engines and websites, allowing business owners to reach potential customers using search terms related to their business. As the business only pays for each click, costs are lower. The affordability and the reach of some internet advertising puts even the smallest business owner in the position to compete with large businesses. Another reason businesses are using the internet is to reach customers. Business owners use the internet to monitor customer purchasing trends and interests, discover what everyday people think about a particular product or service. Business owners can visit online social networking sites and message boards. Taking in this feedback helps business owners to make better products. A business owner can also use the internet to connect and communicate with his or her customers through that very same website. And finally, businesses use the internet to research their competition. An internet search on a competing company results in articles and news stories about the competition that may help a business owner prepare for changes in the industry. So you need to consider what your online goals are. Are they to sell products or perhaps to buy products? Is it to advertise or reach customers? Or maybe it's to research your competition. So where could you do all of these different things online? Do you know? Let me know in the chat or in the comment section. So no matter what, having an online presence will help business owners. In this digital age, it's absolutely essential for your business to have an online presence, whether it's a website, an e-commerce offering, or a social media page, or a combination of all three. So getting your company online will reap major benefits. Even if your company doesn't conduct any business online, customers and potential customers are expecting to see you online. If they don't see you on there, you could be losing out on the opportunity to increase your customer base and get the word out about your business. So Invaried Designs, in our example, have their own website through Google Sites, and Juma Art Tours use Wix. Both of these businesses have registered on Google My Business. All businesses, no matter how small, should have a website. It can be extremely basic, but the information customers need, the fundamental information, should be there to both existing and potential customers. So let's take a look at the different types of platforms available. And there are a few different ways to reach customers online. And you can do so by your own website, your own setup where you run the platform, or you could perhaps use social media where you market your business and different demographics could find you, or you can use an e-commerce platform where you sell your product or your service through an online platform. Now we're going to run through what each platform is in more detail and how to set it up. So I suggest you get your pen and paper ready. But first, let's take a look at some statistics to show the opportunity that doing e-commerce can bring. If you aren't already convinced that having an online presence is going to benefit your business, here are some statistics on e-commerce in Africa. There are 400 million internet users in Africa, second to China. Africa makes up 10% of global retail sales, with an estimated value of 75 billion by 2025. Africa generated 16.5 billion from e-commerce alone in 2017. And a lot has changed since then. People are online now more than ever. This number has most definitely increased. So what e-commerce platforms are out there and how do you get set up on one? Do you perhaps know? Let me know in the chat. I would love to learn from you and to know what you think. So let's take a look at e-commerce platforms and note that these are not the only ones. These are just a few popular ones. So an e-commerce platform allows online businesses to manage their website, marketing, sales, and operation in one place. E-commerce platforms are the backbone of any online retail enterprise, allowing front-end and back-end to work in tandem and efficiently. E-commerce platforms help bridge the business-to-business or business-to-consumer exchanges. They don't just support though, they're also a growth enabler. Though with an organization can expand its e-commerce offering, can provide seamless customer experience and control its own destiny. So let's take a look at a few. The first being Amazon. As well as being an online retailer, Amazon allows for individuals and businesses to sell and display their products for sale online. Amazon has become the largest online e-commerce retailer and one of the most powerful brands in the world. Konga is Nigeria's largest online mall. They launched in July 2012 and their mission is to become the engine of commerce and trade in Africa. Jumia allows customers to buy products like cell phones, shoes, and groceries online. Again, these are just a few of the many out there, and setting up on these platforms are fairly simple. So let's take a look at the various marketplaces you could sell on. You could also set up an account on an online marketplace, like Kilimall. It's an online shopping mall in Africa. It's Kenya's largest online shopping mall. You can perhaps use Buy. It's an online marketplace from South Africa. You can trade and sell. Businesses and individuals can both be on this platform. Gigi Nigeria is an online marketplace very similar to Buy. Anything from vehicles, properties, health and beauty, tools and services are available on this platform. Let's take a look at an online business directory and how it can benefit having a listing on one of these. So online business directory is a website or printed listing of information which lists businesses within niche-based categories. Businesses can be categorized by niche, location, activity, or size. Businesses may be compiled either manually or through an automated online search software. This is so that customers can find your business easily. This platform allows for both business to business as well as business to consumer. And a few examples include the Yellow Pages of Africa as well as the Africa Business Pages. So how does one get listed on an online business directory? Well, getting listed on one is very simple. There are lots of different business directories that you could use. The process is very similar. You first need to register your business details, what your business does, or the sector in which your business runs. You need to include contact details. You need to include the country and the region that your business is based in. Also, you need to include your personal details to set up an account. So let's take a look at the value of social media and how to set up a social media business account. So with the right marketing plan, you can use social media platforms to create successful campaigns and increase sales, brand recognition, and customer service. Setting up a business social media account varies across different platforms, but the steps are very similar. Step 1. You first need to sign up. Step 2. You need to include pictures. Step 3. You need to create your username. Last but not least, step 4. You need to add your business details. Now, most social media websites provide a landing page which can guide you on how to set up an account. Different social media can help you connect with different types of audiences, so it's worth doing some research first before you pick one or two social media platforms to use. But we're going to cover this later on. So now before we move on to the next section, I'd like to take a few minutes for you guys to post any questions in the chat or in the comment section, and one of our moderators will be happy to assist you. Also, if you have any feedback at this point in time, please do drop them in the comments or in the chat. Now let's move on to our second section, which is how to develop your e-commerce offering. Now we'll take a look at what a domain name is and how to gently pick one. So first, a domain name is basically the name of your website. This is what customers will use to find you. When you buy a domain, you purchase the name of your site, so others can't use it. You obviously will still need to build a website. And there are many sites you can register a domain on. So for example, Africa Domain and Google Domains are just a few of the many platforms. A domain name can be any combination of letters and numbers, and it can be used in combination of the various domain name extensions such as .com, .net, .co, .global, and so much more. The domain name must be registered before you can use it, and every domain name is unique. No two websites can have the same name. So if someone types in www.yourdomain.com, it will go to your website and no one else's, unless you're being hacked, of course. Let's take a look at a fun fact. Computers use IP addresses, which are a series of numbers. However, it is difficult for humans to remember strings of numbers. And because of this, domain names were developed and used to identify entities on the internet rather than using IP addresses. Quite interesting. So now you need to secure your name. There are lots of different platforms to register a domain on. Which you pick is entirely up to you. Some have added functions like website builders, and others include OneGrid or Host Africa or Google Host. The second step you need to follow is to build your site. Now, building a website used to require learning how to code, but those days are in the past. Now, anyone can easily create a new website using a website builder. Whether you own a small business or you are looking to create your own blog, website builders make it so you don't have to hire a web designer or developer to have a professionally designed site. Website builders make it easy for users to make their own website with little effort for coding skills. By using website building platforms, anyone can achieve a professionally designed site without using a web designer. And a few examples include Wix, or you can build a website on Google Sites through Google My Business. You can perhaps use Squarespace or WordPress. You can use templates. So utilize and customize templates. Now, templates are a big part of what makes website builders easier to use than building a website from scratch. So with a template, you get all the basic structure and design of your website into place right away. Then all you have to do is tweak it a bit. What's already there to bring it in line with your vision for your site. If you can find a template that comes pretty close to what you want your website to look like, the work of customizing it will be that much simpler. Step 3, you need to upload content. That is the digital content, which includes the text, images, videos, and other media that visitors will see when they come to your site. It helps customers understand what your business is all about, your products, your services, who are the faces behind the website too. Jummo art tools use Wix as well as embedded designs. So if you're thinking of creating your own website or perhaps using a website building tool, let us know in the comment section. What are your thoughts? So let's run through some best practices for creating website content. Now, the first is to prioritize your audience. And you need to remember that it's very tempting to make your website copy all about you, but your site will resonate more with your visitors if you think about their needs first. And that doesn't mean your copy won't communicate what you do. That's kind of the point. But try to frame it in a way that focuses on what you do helps solve their problem or make their lives better. You need to research your competitors. Figure out your unique positioning. Take a little time to research other websites doing something similar to yours. Now think, what makes yours different? Well, that's your unique value proposition. Highlight what makes you special in your website copy so visitors know why to stick around. You also need to learn search engine optimization basics. Now, SEO is how you increase your chances of ranking in the search engines when people look at what your website offers. So before you write your website copy, it's worth learning the basics of SEO so you can incorporate best practices for on-site optimization into what you write on each page. Go above and beyond with these e-commerce plugins. So plugins basically enhances or extends the functionality of your website. And here are a few plugins that you could possibly use on your e-commerce site. So promotion and discount code. You can also use easy to check out, search engine optimization, email marketing integration, or multiple payment options. Now you may ask, where do I find these plugins or where do I download these plugins? Well, there are a couple of sites, including WooCommerce. And WooCommerce builds your online store on open source, completely customizable e-commerce platform. Or you can use Easy Digital Download. It's a complete e-commerce solution for WordPress. Or you can use WordPress e-commerce. Whatever you choose, make sure that the plugins fit in with your website and the needs of your customers. Another thing that you should do is to make sure your website is mobile friendly. Why, you ask? Well, many people use mobile to do almost anything. So make sure your website is mobile friendly. 2.4 billion people will shop online worldwide by 2021. And well, guess what? We are currently in 2021. 21 million online shoppers across Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya as we speak. And 50% of consumers shop more on mobile more than in store. Now, how do you go about to check whether your site is mobile friendly? Well, you can use Google Test My Site to check if your domain is accessible via mobile, and you can visit g.co/test my site. Remember, a slow mobile site limits your business. Now, before we move on to the last section, I'd like to take a few minutes for you guys to post any of your questions so that our moderator can assist you. Or if you've got any feedback at this point in time that you would like to share with us, do let us know in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's take a look at our final section, and that is how to utilize social media to drive sales. So how can social media benefit your business? If you are online and you are using social media, please let us know in the chat section how social media has benefited your business. So let's take a look at the value of having a social media account as well as social media marketing, as these two go hand in hand. The benefits of social media and social media advertising include the following: generate more sales. You'll be able to reach new audiences. You'll also be able to create new opportunities. Using social media, you can add value to your brand. And how do you do that? You can raise customer service levels. You can start a two-way conversation. You can gain valuable customer insight. With social media, you can also improve your marketing. You can target specific types of customers. Social media allows you to build relationships and networks. That includes business to business, or you can build your own community. And finally, it helps you stay competitive and on top of the game. Now I'll run through some steps of setting up social media strategically. And this is a practice that can be applied across any social media platform. I would advise you to get your pen and paper ready if you haven't already, because this is going to be quite interesting. So please do take down some notes. So these are the steps. Step 1, audience. Step 2, business goals. Step 3, social media platform. Step 4, tone of voice. And step 5, what is success? Well, let's jump in. Define your strategy. When defining your strategy, you should have your customer at heart. You should always put your customer front and center. So, who are your audience? And what are they interested in? Who or what influences them? When are they usually online? And which social media do they use? These are the considerations and things you need to think about. Step 2, you need to define your goals. You need to consider your business goals so that you can build steps to achieve them. So, for example, you need to give better customer service, or you perhaps want to grow your business, the awareness of your business, or you want to generate more sales or get more people on your site. Whatever your goals are, you need to define them and list them out. Next, you need to consider the social media platform. So, what features does it offer? Does the social media platform align with your goal? Are your target audience active on that particular platform? You need to consider whether you want a business focus or a lifestyle focus. Remember to start with one, test and learn, and then try another. And different channels need different strategies. So it's basically trial and error. Now let's take a look at the value of your tone of voice. Define your brand social voice. Tone of voice applies to creating any piece of content and communicating with your audience online. The tone of voice reflects your brand's personality. It helps you connect with your audience, and it makes you different from the rest. So you need to consider creating some brand guidelines, and that includes the logo use or the fonts and colors, the tone of voice, which is the personality, the do's and don'ts, as well as style of images. Now we'll take a look at the last section, which is to define success. So define what success means for your business. You need to set out goals that are specific to your business and how you can measure whether you've succeeded. Growth in sales and traffic, is that perhaps one of your definitions of success? Perhaps it's the improvement in customer service, the calls answered, or the star ratings. Or perhaps it's the increase in brand awareness, the reach, and the number of mentions. So which social media platform does your business use? Let me know in the chat if you are using social media at the moment. Which platform are you currently using, and what benefits you think that particular platform is bringing to your business? Are you using LinkedIn? Are you using Twitter? Perhaps Instagram or maybe Facebook? Which of these are your favorites? Let me know in the chat. I would love to hear from you. So now I'll run through the key features of Twitter and how it can enhance your business or your customer engagement and sales. So Twitter is good for quick conversations and public relations. Twitter allows you to create a professional looking profile with a header image and an at name. You can get noticed and join conversations by using relevant hashtags. You can also ask questions and run polls, very similar to how our example Dollar Shave has asked a question to their audience. Or you can perhaps retweet and engage with content which your customers would like. You can use pinned tweets to display important messages, offers, and etc. Now let's take a look at Facebook and the features of Facebook and how it can enhance your business and customer engagement and sales. So Facebook is great for helping customers. You can find customers and see what and customers can find you and see what your business is about. 2.5 billion monthly active users which you can connect with. You can also link it to your main website. You can add your opening hours, contact details, etc. You can also change the call to action to shop now, contact, or whichever one you choose. You can use GIFs and videos to generate interest and shares. Now let's take a look at Instagram. So Instagram is a great place to draw people's attention with visuals. It's a place to share photos and videos of anything from new products to a day at the beach. You can use your photo captions to tell a story and to get people interested. But go easy on the hashtags. There's a limit to 30. You can follow influencers, brands, or people you find interesting. And another feature that you can use on Instagram is Reels. Now let's take a look at LinkedIn and the features of LinkedIn and how it can enhance your business or your customer engagement and sales. Well, LinkedIn is a great tool for recruitment. You can build a professional network or you can connect with peers. You can create a personal or a company page and you can add a profile. You can encourage your employees to become brand advocates. You can make your company page search engine friendly. You can also generate interest by creating special showcase pages. You can share product news as well as thought leadership content. So now that we've gone through the various social media platforms, let me know what one are you currently using? Which one are you currently using? Which is your favorite? What do you think about the benefits and the disadvantages of these platforms? Let me know in the chat. Now we'll be pausing for some questions. If you have any questions at this point in time, please do drop them in the chat and one of our moderators will be happy to assist you. If you do have any feedback, please do drop them in the chat as well. So now I want you guys to think about what are your next steps. And also I would like you to begin the process of forming an action plan. Remember the notes that you took on the different steps? What is one thing you will do or change following the session? What is the one thing you will implement first? Let me know in the chat or in the comment section. Again, I would love to hear from you. So if you found this to be helpful and you want to learn more, you can check out and find us on social media. That is Google Digital Skills on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. On Facebook, you can find us on facebook.com/digital skills for Africa. On Twitter, that is twitter.com/digital skills AF. On Instagram, instagram.com/digital skills AF. All of these links will be made available in the chat and in the description of this video. I thank you guys so much for joining. I do hope you found this helpful. Let me know in the chat or in the comment section which section you enjoyed the most. And if you do have any feedback, please do drop them in there as well. That's it from me, guys. Thank you so much for joining.